Well, I think that kind of concludes today. I kind of was able to run it. I ran about 3/4 of a tank through it. It went great, tons of power. And then I flipped it upside down over there, off camera, of course. And then I went to move you guys, and then went to restart it, and this junk's dead. Both of them. I think the batteries have just been sitting for too many years, and they're just no good anymore. So I'm going to go over a little bit here. This truck ran fantastically. It goes into second gear great. It has a brand new 2-speed transmission in it. I have the old 2-speed that was in it that's blown up. It's at home, and it has a 3-speed kit waiting to go into it. So what I'll probably do is do the bulletproof transmission mod for the 3-speed, which uses the 2-speed output gears in the 3-speed transmission, and then possibly talk to Earl and Mark about getting the stainless steel first speed gear, which I already have in my Savage XL, and it's been working really great. So might have to get another one, but I'm pretty tired of these batteries and roto starts. I'm really kicking myself for not grabbing my DeWalt from home, because god damn it, these fit in my DeWalt. So then, yeah. But you just got to remember, when you're using a drill as a roto start, they have like 10 times more power than this junk, really. So be careful. You're gonna probably kill your one-way bearings a little bit faster. You'll have to spin them in reverse, of course, because these spin backwards. Depending on which, I guess I should turn that off. Depending on which roto start you have. Some are clockwise, some are counterclockwise. So you just have to know what you're doing before you smash it with an impact drill. I just like them because they spin faster, and the batteries don't suck. But these are, I've got some old turds like this guy here, no good. And then, of course, Traxxas. That was one of the first batteries I ever got. So, and this guy came with the truck, and it hasn't been used in maybe 4 years. So just the fact that I was able to go for a little bit of a drive today was pretty good. So I'm pretty happy, other than the fact I couldn't get like a bash video over there. I was just playing on this guy a little bit. You can see I went up him a few times. That was pretty good. It just really sucks when you get stuck at the top of the hill, because you gotta climb the bugger. But I'm gonna drive around this place and video it a little bit so you guys can see where I get to play. This is about, hell, 3 minutes from my house. Maybe I'll do a quick little video just of the drive home. I wish I had my helmet cam though. Then I could look like a fool driving home with it on. But it was a great day. Like it's probably 19 out today, which is like, I don't know, 70 Fahrenheit or whatever. Like perfect day, very little wind. It's just nice out. And batteries died. And I'm thinking maybe I could go get my drill, but then I'm thinking also, by the time I get home, I might as well just stay home, have supper, call it a day. I haven't really been home for much other than to change out of work clothes and try and grab the cord for my camera, but of course the camera was too dead, and I didn't want to waste all of the nice weather outside waiting for something to charge. So I'm gonna clean all this up, and then we'll just go for a little putt around here, and you guys can see where I get to play around. Like, this is one of the closest places I can go to. Like, town's right there, basically. So That's nothing. And then the other place I can go to is about, I don't know, 35 minutes away. Totally secluded. Gravel pit bigger than this. And the piles are quite a bit bigger too at times. It just depends how much stuff they're storing down there. So we're gonna put this stuff away, I guess. And I'm gonna go home and change that from pop to beer and probably burn something on the barbecue. When I get home, I'll have to burn the gas out of this because I don't like leaving fuel in anything. And this is Sidewinder 2010. It's not bad. I do have Backyard Basher Sidewinder because that's the only thing they had at the time. And that one is 20 and 16% oil. That's a lot of oil. It makes tuning a little bit more finicky. You can run it just fine. Like, I know people hate on it. Everybody hates on anything with more than 10% oil, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Run what you can afford. Run what you can have readily available. Just tune. Keep a good smoke trail. Make sure you don't overheat it. Don't keep oil. Don't keep fuel in the tank for more than a day, really. You should never keep fuel in the carburetor or in the engine. It will attract moisture, and moisture is corrosion. It'll corrode, the whole motor will gum up, and then you got a piece of crap, because then it corrodes the crank, the bearings, everything gets sloppy, then the rod gets sloppy, and then your idle is terrible. They run terrible. Oh, I've had a few that were just bad. But yeah, I also have some 30% fuel from Sidewinder for my modded LRP 30. I had Neil do that one. It's kind of funny that to run a modded engine by Neil on an Extreme RC Mods pipe. So that'd be my other Savage X, actually. And then I've got my Savage XL, which runs with a 32, which I got, LRP 32, which I got from Earl. He's been a great buddy, and we've been in the hobby together for a hell of a long time. He's one of the best go-to guys you can go to. That one, that's in my modded XL. It's got a front tank mod out of a Savage Octane, and when I built it, my whole plan was to keep everything inside the chassis plates, except the exhaust, of course, because, well, there's no damn room for it. So what I did is I stuck the battery underneath the skid plate between well, pretty much right here. Pretty much wedged the battery right in there on an XL. And as you can see, this thing's got like a pathetic steering servo, but of course, nobody can put in quality, so it's just one of the joys of buying a used truck. So, but I'm going to go over my Savage XL at some point, and I'm hoping to get some more stuff put up on YouTube. Hoping. Work, life, girlfriend, everything else in between comes between me and these little trucks. Even though I've got a complete room full of RCs and all sorts of crap and projects that need to be done, but there's just not a lot of time to do these things. But I'm going to put this back in the truck, and then we'll drive around and I'll rant some more. So should all be good.